I was waiting at a red light to cross the main street of my town. My light goes green, so I start driving. At the same time, a truck to the right starts going. I hit my brakes, avoiding hitting him, and this kid is looking at me like I'm the a-hole. As soon as he's clear, I finish crossing and I see the lights start flashing. He ran the red while being directly in front of a cop. Boom. That is like literally instant justice, because like justice of the system, the police officer, boom, ticket, here's your golden ticket. A guy kicked a dog and, well, I'm gonna need a second to digest that. A guy kicked a dog and ran full speed into a brick wall as the dog chased. Okay, well, that is an ending that I approve of, because you kicked a dog? Oh, Satan is keeping a seat warm in hell for you. Brick wall. How do you run into a brick wall? Like, how do you not see a brick wall? You know? I find that very strange. One day, a few years ago, I was grabbing McDonald's near work to eat something last second before my shift. It was one of those 2-lane microphone deals. I blatantly finished ordering before the other lane before he stomps on the gas to cut me off. His car breaks down right there and I get to take my rightful turn in line. What are the odds of that happening? That their car just breaks down in the moment that they're about to cut you off. That's like unheard of. Wow. That is like, you couldn't get more instant than that instant justice. What's up, everyone? Thanks for hanging out. I am Sassy and we're checking out some toxic people who got instant justice. Love to see it. I hit my girlfriend in the forehead with a spinning fidget spinner. She chased me, I jumped up on my bed, and my ceiling fan smacked the living poop out of me. She was on the floor laughing for a solid 5 minutes. I am a firm believer in karma now, or maybe just idiocy on my part. Maybe both. Maybe both. You know, I feel like a spinning fidget spinner would actually hurt. Those things are pretty hard. They've got metal in the rings. Anyways, that's not the point. Clearly she was fine because she was laughing her ass off at you, as I would be. A chick at a pizza place took money out of the tip jar to pay for her extra toppings. She did this after screaming at the poor person working that she couldn't believe it was an extra 50 cents for more cheese. On my way home, I saw her getting arrested, not sure for what, but I'm sure she had it coming. Listen, I am right there with you when it comes to pizza toppings being an extra charge. Like, to me, that's so annoying. To me, it's like, you know, this pizza costs this much, just kind of include that in there. Like, what's throwing on a little extra cheese? However, what's 50 cents? You know, like, that's how I see it. Is extra cheese worth 50 cents? Absolutely. Do we agree that they charge? No, of course not. But life's not fair. Pay the 50 cents and get the cheese. Spent my last few dollars on a donut instead of using it to tip the person who filled my gas. Dropped my donut as I pulled out of the gas station. Oh, wow. You know what? I would have just picked it up and ate it, to be honest. Like, if I'm being completely honest, 5-second rule, pick it up, eat it, it's fine. 2, I haven't seen a full service gas station in so long. Do you guys remember that when that was like a thing? Is that still a thing where you live? Because where we are, like, I don't even know where any full serve gas station is located. Like, no one pumps your gas for you. You do it yourself. Wow, that was a crazy time we were living in. I work in the parking lot as a cart pusher. One lady pushed the cart to the side and got in her car to back up, but the cart rolled back behind her car and she backed into it pretty hard. Me and my coworkers laughed our off. That's funny. That is funny. So yeah, that's just not good. How did it? So the cart just rolled back behind her. I was trying to picture it like as a scene in my head, and now I understand what's happening. I hate people who don't put their cart back in the little cart designated area, because sometimes the wind wants to pick up and blow those suckers into other cars, and then it chips the paint or it makes a little dent. Put your cart back where it belongs. I was making fun of my sister-in-law for not being able to open the baby gate. I opened it, still making fun of her. Went to walk through it and my hip got caught, forcing it closed with me in it. I had a massive, very painful bruise on my hip now, or I have. Oh no! Oh, that is some instant karma. I bet that wasn't worth the bruise either, because bruises last. That's the worst part about bruises. That pain that's in them when you push on them, that lasts. Like, a cut will just turn into a scab you know, whatever, heals on its own. A bruise? Oh, it's juicy and tender for some time. When I was a kid, I went horse riding at a holiday center. I'm jealous. I've never been horseback riding. I went on like little donkeys at like a little fair and stuff when I was a kid, but I mean like horseback riding. Anyways, do you care? Probably not. These parents insisted their kid go on the biggest horse, as apparently the family had owned horses for years and their kid was the best rider. Dad of the family walks right behind a horse with a brand new video camera in a camera bag. Horse kicks the camera, breaking it beyond repair. That's what happens when you be bragging about too much, you know, just acting a little snooty tooty, acting like your child's better than the other ones. The worst part is though, is that they're probably rich and they can just buy a new camera. Like that probably didn't even faze them. It would faze me. My father yelling at my mother in an airport after she asked him to stop. That's not what it says. To stop walking so quickly because her feet hurt. He turned around right into all the security barriers and they all fell down. He was really embarrassed and we could see he realized then how childish he was being. Oh, well, you know what, Dad? All she wanted was for you to slow your roll. And that is what happens when you walk too fast. Although I'm a very quick walker. When you live downtown Toronto and you have to walk everywhere and there's thousands of people around you at all times, you learn to walk really freaking fast, always. My newborn daughter somehow managed to pee all over my lap and onto my freshly washed jeans without getting one drop of it in her nappy. In return, when she headbutted my boobs 5 seconds later, it violently squirted milk all over her head. Tit for tat, kiddo, tit for tat. And then someone wrote, but you had to clean it all up, so who really won? Yeah, like the baby probably didn't want a squirt of milk, you know, all over her head, but at the end of the day, that baby has no clue what's even going on. It just lived inside your womb for 9 months. You think a little milk on the head is gonna bother it? No, they don't care. You had to clean that up. Your baby won. I'm sorry, but your baby won. My neighbor's screaming so the whole neighborhood can hear about how I was smoking weed out my window, and the next day a tree falls through her house window. Haha. I can't say that, but I just did. I'm kidding. It'll probably get censored. Wow, wait, but like, oh, this was 3 years ago, so it wasn't legal. I was just about to say, like, who cares? I don't care if your neighbors like be like, yeah, I do. What's it to you? It probably wasn't legal. So she was just being a little snitch, you know? What rhymes with snitch and starts with the B? All right, guys, those are some toxic people who got instant justice. Before I leave, I'm doing today's sassy shout out, and it goes to Jeff White. They said, I'm ready for my toxic girlfriend now so I can have juicy stories, LOL. No, Jeff. No, Jeff, you do not want the juicy stories, trust me. No, girls be crazy. No, don't do it. Stay single. Wait for a non-toxic girlfriend to come into your life because you don't want to live with these stories. You want other people to have the stories, you know, and then you just hear about them. You don't want to be in the story. I'm out of here, you guys. Stay classy and stay sassy. Bye. This is toxic people who got instant justice. 3, my hair is just nuts today. Y'all don't judge me, but I'm drinking an energy drink right now. They're very not good for you, and I don't encourage this behavior, but it's been one of those days. Spent. Ow, I have a pimple on my cheek right there, and I just scratched it on accident. Since not in the crowd, rolled oh, do I have a burp? What's happening? I did. I have a headache. Have you even subscribed to the channel yet? Don't be a fake fan. Hit that subscribe button. You know you want to.